Most men will stay stuck in their dating lives for many years because they do not accept certain uncomfortable truths about dating and about women and about relationships. And that's what we're going to cover here today. We're going to cover 10 uncomfortable truths that men need to accept about dating and about women and about relationships. And if you're not going to accept them, then you're going to pay the price for it with less dates. Your relationships are going to be a nightmare and you are not going to become happy with your dating life. So that brings us to the first point, which is that women do not care how authentic you are. Being yourself is for losers in dating. Because women do not care that you are authentic and that you are such a great guy. Women do not care about that. They only care, are you attractive or not? Are you a good breeding stock? And the right person will never love you for you. That's the uncomfortable reality. You need to become an attractive man. You need to learn the right behaviors in dating. And you need to be focused on growth. But unfortunately, most men out there, they will fall for this idea that women should just love them just for you. That somehow you were laying in the cradle and there was this soulmate out there that once you meet her, that everything will be effortless and it will be super easy for you. You will become happy and live happily ever after and all of that nonsense. It's not going to happen, man. That is not the reality of modern dating. You need to become a competent man that is attractive, that presents himself well. And if you do not do that, if you do not learn the right behaviors, then no woman will come to save you. Women love opportunistically, and Disney lied to you. And that is the reality, man. So that brings us to the second uncomfortable truth that you guys need to accept, which is that being a good man attracts shitty women. Because a good man is boring to women. And women want an emotional roller coaster. They want a guy that can touch them on an emotional level. And players stimulate that. Guys that are using dark triad traits and that are not doing everything to be a gentleman and be considerate and be a good man. Players are attractive. Players, they are going around the block and they have fun with women out there. And other women find that attractive as well. And you need to become that guy because nowadays, for the average man, there is no live happily ever after and the white picket fence and the golden retriever and 2.3 kids and all of that nonsense. That is not going to happen if you are a guy that is just a good guy, you are a nice guy, and you do not put yourself first and you do not go for what you want in dating. Then there's no one's coming to save you. And being a good man, it attracts shitty women because the good men out there, they sleep with 5 to 7 women in their entire lifetimes. And those women, they only sleep with them because the woman often was just hitting on them and the woman did all the work for them. And the guy just got lucky. And that is the reality. And do you think that those women that are aggressively hitting on you, that those are the highest quality women out there? No, of course they are not. The best women out there, you need to scout for them. You need to become that attractive guy. And you need to present yourself well. Because those high quality women that you really want, those women, they are very selective. And because they are very selective, they only go for guys that are really attractive and that do the work on themselves to become that guy that's very attractive and that guy that can be a player. So that brings us to the third point, which is that meeting the right person is a Disney fantasy. It doesn't exist and it will never happen to you. No one is out there coming to save you. The only people that will meet the right person are players. Men that are going on many dates and that have a lot of fun out there. Then eventually, by going on many dates and having a lot of fun out there, then they will meet someone that has high desire and that will just do anything to keep him. And eventually he thinks, well, she's all right. She's very hot. And I've had a lot of fun out there and I'm very happy with my life. I am totally fine, being together with her and making her my girlfriend. Yeah, because she is the highest quality girl out there. She is the best one that I've dated in many years. That's why for players, there is a happily ever after. For the average nice guy out there is no happily ever after because the average guy out there gets only shitty women, that hit on him aggressively and that do all the work for him, and she is unattractive and he puts all of his eggs in one basket, but he's so happy with it because he's a thirsty beta male, because he hasn't had any female attention in many years, and that's why he will just put a ring on her finger. He will just be happy that he gets any play, basically. So that brings us to the fourth point, which is that women will always play games with you. Because women always have the need to test you because they are hypergamous. They always need to test. Is this guy strong? Is this guy competent? Is this guy capable of leading me? And that's why they need to test you. They need to poke holes. Is this guy actually who he says that he is? If they're not doing that, then they will have no attraction for you. They constantly need to test you. They will test you on the first date. They will test you before the first date. They will test you after 30 years of marriage and everything in between. There is no such thing as a woman that doesn't play games like a lot of you guys are falling for. You need to become that guy that knows how to manage attraction long term. And if you do not do that, then even women that were very interested in you and you were exactly their type, even those women, they will ghost you, they will dump you, and all of that nasty stuff. So that brings us to the fifth point, which is that working on yourself won't get you any women. Because women do not like high value guys, or at least the internet definition of what is a high value man. Yeah, the guy, he goes to the gym and he makes six figures. Yeah, that guy, he drives a nice car and he has his mortgage paid off. That guy, he is a high value man. Yeah, women, they will fall for him, right? No, they don't. Women are not interested in those men. Women actually want an emotional experience. Women want a guy that sweeps them off their feet emotionally, like a guy that knows how to charm her, a guy that has fun with her, a guy that knows how to play with her emotions. And if you do not do that, then it's not going to work for you. So that brings us to the sixth uncomfortable truth, which is that you will never find out her body count. And a lot of dumb men, they will ask this on a date. Yeah, how many guys did you sleep with? Because they are very insecure. And that she slept with a guy that had a bigger wiener than him. And he was better in bed. And he made her come. And you cannot do that because you're incompetent in the bedroom. And that's why guys ask, how many guys did you sleep with? It's because you are very insecure when you ask that question. Also, women will lose all respect for you. They will lose all attraction for you. And they will have nothing to do with you. They think, wow, what a weirdo. This guy, he is very judgmental. I should stay away from him. Or the second scenario is that you will get women that will put up a facade for you. You will get these women that will say, I'm a virgin. They've been doing like some kinky stuff while they were in college dorm rooms and all of that stuff. Yeah, and you were just too dumb to realize that she can also just lie about how many guys she slept with. And the reality is also that even if you knew how many guys that she slept with, it would add no benefit to your life. It would add no benefit to your relationship dynamic. It would not change anything about what you need to do as a man to attract the women that you want. Because you need to become the most attractive version of yourself. And you need to become good in the bedroom. You need to practice that and all of that stuff. And you need to become competent. Most guys, they are asking women how many guys you should sleep with because they want to circumvent doing all of that work. So that brings us to the seventh point, which is that women love emotionally detached men. Because Disney has sold you this lie that if you show her how much you care and that you show her that you are very into her and perhaps at the second date you tell her that you love her already, that she will reciprocate that and she will also tell you, I love you too, and then you will live happily ever after. You need to show that you care about her and be considerate. It doesn't work like that because women always go for men whose feelings are unclear, and that's why you need to be emotionally detached. You should not invest emotionally in a woman and make her a priority and tell her how important she is to you, because all of that turns her off. All of that shows that you're a thirsty beta male that doesn't understand women and you are chasing her affection, her validation, because you're not getting any from any other women to begin with. Women love men that do not invest emotionally in them in the beginning. Women love men that they have to win over. So that brings us to the next uncomfortable truth, which is that attraction is amoral. And that's very different than what Disney has told you, because Disney told you that if you're a nice guy, that the right girl will show up and she will love you for you. And she won't. Because women do not care that you're a nice guy or that you're a good man. Women only go for strong and competent men. Yeah, men that understand them properly. Men that understand women better than that they understand themselves. Evolution made women choose those men. And being good doesn't attract women. Being good, it comes off weak. Being a nice guy, it comes off like you're a total weakling, like you're incompetent. And that's why women want to have nothing to do with those kind of guys. In reality, women go for men with dark triad traits that are using dark psychology, and men that are emotionally detached and that put themselves first and that do not make her a priority. And guys that set boundaries and that are assertive, and guys that act with strength. And if you do not do that, then you are going to have a very shitty dating life. So that brings us to the ninth uncomfortable dating truth, which is that without pacing the relationship, she will dump you. Because most men, they do not do this, because most men, they are thirsty beta males. As soon as they meet a gal and they get a little bit of attention, they will cling onto it and they will ask her immediately after 2 dates to spend 4 days per week with her. And all of that, it turns her off. You need to pace your relationship properly. You need to take things very, very slowly. You see a woman only once per week and you do not invest in her and you let her wander where she stands with you. If you're perhaps seeing other girls, you leave a lot of space for her to wonder about you, and you are inconsistent with your texting, and you're inconsistent with the amount of time that you spent with her. Because if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to pace your relationship like a proper professional, then she will see it as needy. You will kill all the mystery. She will know 24/7 what you're doing and that you're thinking about her and that you're investing in her. And she will see that you're very consistent and that you're very easy to get. And because you're easy to get, her hypergamy will say to her, well, this guy, he is not the best that we can do. We better start looking for someone else. And that's when she dumps you. And that's why you need to learn how to properly pace a relationship. So that brings us to the 10th uncomfortable dating truth, which is that women love to be compliant to men. Because Disney told you that women hate men that boss them around and that they do not like to follow orders. A good relationship where there's healthy polarity is where the woman listens to the man, where she sees him as the authority, where she admires him, where she sees him as higher status. And that's why you always need to elicit that feminine behavior. Yeah, you take the lead. You let her follow. You carry all of the responsibility and you carry the authority and you make all of the plans. Women love that stuff. And that's what you should do as well. So that's it, guys. 10 uncomfortable dating truths that you guys need to accept. If you are frustrated with your dating life and you're looking for a solution, feel free to book a call with me with the link in the bio. I'll help you to achieve that dating life that you have always wanted. And that's it, guys. Peace.